Okay. New intro, everybody. New intro. Just kind of cuts off, though. That's the one thing I just realized. How is everybody doing tonight? I know it's been a little bit. Don't do this show quite as often as I used to. But see, we do have a few people in the chat, including somebody who's going to be on the show in just a second. She's backstage, in fact. And but yeah, let's say hi to the people in the chat. Teresa Wilk, excited to I hope you're still there. It says you left that at 9:45 a.m. So you might not be here right now. That's okay. Say hi in the chat again if you are. Jaime Hill, of course, a couple hours ago. So it was a couple hours ago, obviously. And talking. Can't wait. Me too. Oh, and there's Kimberly from I always forget. I don't use StreamYard very often. I only use StreamYard when I have guests, but when I do, I can actually put your guys' chats up here, like so. How nice. Isn't that lovely? But I'm so used to using OBS. I use OBS a heck of a lot more. Just because I like the convenience of it when I'm on my own. I don't have guests on too often. And there's Kimberly from Macabrish Classic and Horror Podcast. Nerd King Productions. What's up, Steve? Hey, thank you for joining in. And I'll do my shout outs real quick before we get our guests on. One of them is not here yet, so may as well do some shout outs beforehand. You guys have seen my shout outs before, but maybe you're new here and you've never seen one of my shows before, but I give a couple of shout outs to people I really love. One of them being Michelle Apollonia of Breathless Beauties. She has this company. Breathless Beauties is her horror-themed dolls that she makes. Very, very cool stuff. I love what she does. There's Leatherface. And there's my buddy Brett Man from Good Real Hunting. Very awesome. And coming soon. Well, we'll do this first. Michelle Blasky's artwork, her obscure artwork of Miss 44. Very cool stuff. But very soon, the third channel is coming out, and that's by Michelle Blasky as well. That's the movie she's doing, and might even feature a bit of a cameo from my daughter, actually. Pretty cool, I think. I don't know. Looks like our buddy Joe from More Sense Designs Graphics is in the chat as well, and he's the very guy that designed that logo you just saw for the third channel. And whose logo you saw for the first minute of this podcast, just opening the show. So that's pretty cool. So thank you, Joe, for tuning in. And one of our executive producers for Unseen, Destry Webster, is in the chat. He also has a character named after him. Hey, Destry, how you doing? And everyone, he says, hi, Steve, and everyone, he says. So awesome. Thank you for tuning in, Destry. Glad you can make it. And Apex, hey Steve. I believe that's Clifton. Hey Clifton. How are you doing, man? Another one of our producers, associate producer for Unseen. So thank you for tuning in. We have a lot of great supporters in the chat tonight, so that's really awesome. And talking, she's just saying, hey Steve again. Very, very cool. All right. Doing well. Glad to be here. Glad you can make it. I think we're going to have a couple of guests tonight. I know you guys will be able to ask them questions. We're just waiting on one of them, but we may as well at least introduce one of them. Let me just see if I got a response back from my message. Hopefully she didn't mistake the time. That happens sometimes. But our very first guest that we're going to bring on here is the wonderful Jaime Hill. Jaime Hill, everybody. Yes. Hi, Jaime. How are you doing?
Hi, Steve. I'm well. I'm doing good. It's nice and sunny in Edmonton, so Canada's not winter yet. We do have leaves starting to fly around, though.
That's right. Yeah, it's not too many leaves yet here where I am, anyways. But maybe more so where you are. But
it always starts.
I'm one province over.
Yeah, no, yeah? BC is always so beautiful for that reason.
I know. That's why I live here.
I don't like the price of it.
What's that? Well, the
Next,
price of
I don't like the price, so I like the province next door. Let
hey, it
people
works,
figure out what
right?
province we're in, right?
It is
Yeah,
expensive to live here, that's for sure.
yeah. BC means bring
Uh,
cash.
exactly. I've heard that many times.
BC meaning British Columbia, Canada.
Lexi,
That's for
Angelina,
Steve.
hey, glad to have Jamie and Crystal coming on. Thank you, Lexi.
Hi,
That's
Alex.
our producer,
I
Alexi
was
from
talking to Alexi before.
AKA Productions. Oh, you're
Thank
talking to
you.
Lexi before?
Saying hello. I talk to everybody. You know that.
It seems like you're very social. You're a very
I think
social
so.
person. Why not? There you go. Oh, and our buddy John from Behind the Fiends. Hey, John, another one of our associate
Hi,
producers too.
John. Mm,
So very, very cool. Getting a lot of people. Oh, we got Brian Roth of the official SoCal Leatherface YouTube channel. Hope I wasn't supposed to not spoil your your name, Brian, or official SoCal Leatherface, whatever.
Leatherface.
I hope that's
Leatherface was
okay.
in Calgary. Yeah, that was a good
Exactly. There you
farm.
go. Good stuff. Oh yeah. Well, here is expensive. John here from Behind the Fiends lives in Hawaii.
Oh,
There you
dear.
go.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah,
Canada's
I want to
Canada's
visit
the one I
Hawaii.
gotta Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
I'd
visit
visit.
Hawaii, but
I'd visit.
I don't know if I'd want to live there. But you lived there. You've lived there for a few years now, haven't you, John? How many years have you actually lived there for, John? I know he's originally from North Carolina. North Carolina or South Carolina? One of the
That would
two.
be a big
I
change.
think North Carolina, but I could be wrong. So and SoCal Leatherface, he says, "You're good, man. I'm not shy. That's all good. I'm glad." Sometimes I do that without realizing some people don't want their actual names to be given. Yeah. Oh, John says, "Come on, visit. I've got room." There you go.
Oh, wouldn't that be
I'll
nice?
visit.
Why?
It'd be nice to not have to
I'd
rent a
visit.
hotel there if I go there.
Right?
So
I have friends
that
there.
might be something I look
Never
at pretty soon. We'll see. I'm going to Nashville though at the end of this month, so
Oh, I
all my
wanna go there
well,
too.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a judge in a film festival there.
Oh, I can't wait to follow
So,
that.
yeah. Well, one of our producers, it's his film festival. Um, um,
Hmm,
Adam and Addison Ginsberg of Twitch Productions. They have they have the Macabre Fair film festival, the horror film festival down there. So I got to be a
cool.
judge. I got to see all kinds of cool movies, all
Yeah,
kinds of cool
I
short films.
yeah. Isn't
It
that
was a lot of
fun?
fun.
Mm, I've done that before too.
You've been a judge
Yeah,
in a film
documentary
festival?
in a film festivals, yeah. And I
Yeah, very
volunteer up
cool.
here at the other Edmonton Short Film Festival.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of selections. You gotta you gotta be thorough. I had to go
It's
hard
very
for
hard. We get a lot of
yeah.
talent.
Oh
It's,
yeah, yeah, and you see some pretty good ones and some not so good ones, and that's there was a mostly pretty good films though in this. It made
yeah.
my decisions very tough, but I don't know how many of my decisions are gonna end up because there's other judges obviously,
Everybody's
but
always count. Yep.
there you go. Oh, Destry's only about 2 hours from Nashville. So there you go. Maybe I'll see you down there. We're actually going to be visiting Knoxville. I don't know how close you are to Knoxville there, because I know that's only about 2.5 hours away from Nashville as well. But we will be visiting that area as well. So if you're in that area at all, Destry, say hi. There you go. Yes. Oh, and John did say he is from North Carolina, coastal. I've come here by way of the army. Retired and lived here now for 10 years. Hawaii for 10 years. There you go. How about that? And still no sign of Crystal yet, so we may as well just start chatting with you. I sent her a message, and she seemed like she was going to be coming on. This is the second time I tried to get Crystal on this show. Boy, if she doesn't make it this time, it'll be
It's
two
hard if
times in a
you're in
row.
that later time zones too. But people I've met on
Yeah,
Clubhouse, they're like
I know
10 hours.
she's Eastern time zone, but I'm pretty good with my time difference. I know it's 9 p.m. Eastern there, so
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know, but I think I sent her the right time. But who knows for sure? Anyways, let's chat a bit. So you're going to be in our film.
Yes,
I sent it.
everybody's been eagerly waiting for my name.
Yes, we have to announce your name. That's right.
They are
So
eagerly waiting
dr-
Crystal's
drum.
mom's name.
Who wants? Should we just call her Crystal's mom? Is that good enough for everybody?
No.
No, it's not good enough for everybody. So, um, and there's a. I think we kind of, for a certain reason, we almost kind of had to give you a name. So we gave you this name right here. Jaime Hill is now officially playing Charisse, and the full name is actually
Yay!
Charisse Downer. Charisse Downer is the full name, and that full
I
name was
think
actually
that's
given to
funny.
us. Yeah, it actually suits your character, kind of,
Yeah.
kind of.
Except
Oh, sorry. Oops.
not me. Not me, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely not a downer, so it's kind of
You
cute
definitely
that
don't seem, but you're good at
it's
playing
the
downers.
opposite. I know, right? I did some
If
good,
you're good at
fun
it, then
indie stuff this weekend with my good
awesome.
friends, and for It's Grotesque too, and they just make me laugh. My heart is so full, and my face hurts from laughter. I can't wait to show you guys that one too. Just I do it because I love it with them. It's like their family, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's great. That's great. I
I
know
love
some of
pictures
the
too.
people involved in that too, so that's pretty
It's a
cool.
lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Edmonton
And you were in
and
the first
Kelowna.
grotesque as well.
I'm Nina in Grotesque one.
I have to check it out still. I haven't seen it yet.
I'll just have
Where's
to
it
bring you the
available?
DVDs. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. Okay.
It's
I
on
have
Tubi.
Tubi.
You have to
I have
find
Tubi.
time to actually do that. With your kid around, it will be difficult. So please, nobody watch it with children around.
Yeah, well, I'm good
I'll be
at
14.
watching stuff when my kid is asleep.
Yep. You're
You
good,
know,
Dad. I watch you.
if I
A
can
cute
get my
little
kid
kid.
asleep on time.
Yeah. You can, yeah. I'm a grandma now, but I know what it's like.
Whoa, young grandma. That's all I'll
I'm a
say.
young.
Although I went to school with people who were grandparents like 10 years ago, like in their early
Oh, I
30s. I
know.
think that's
Yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
whoa. But
15.
these are
That
these are
works.
specific people that I actually remember getting pregnant in high school. So, you know, it happens.
They had it.
uh,
Yeah, you got energy.
exactly.
I had my kids early because I wanted energy and I wanted to be able to do what I was going to do in my 40s because I
Yeah.
knew that I went to university and then, had kids, and now it's a whole new journey once you like empty nester sucks. But, thank God there's cameras because I get to see them on camera.
There you go. There
I
you
don't even
go.
know if they
And
watch my movies. I don't think they watch my movies.
eventually they will.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
They
Too
must have seen
busy.
Skinamarink by now, right? They must have.
Maybe.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure if JJ even watched it. That kid's tired. She's the one that made me a grandma, so
Yeah.
she makes me exhausted just looking at this little granddaughter of mine running around. So it's great, but it's difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yours was running everywhere already. This one's not even running
Oh.
around on her yet. So
Yeah,
I
he's
understand
my little
everybody.
boy is tough at the age he's at, because he's old enough to do it pretty much anything he can, he can climb on pretty much anything now, and he's got this
Open the car
obsession.
door. I've seen the
Yeah,
car
yeah,
door.
you saw
A
that video,
smart
didn't
little
you?
person.
Yeah, can open the
Yeah,
car door.
smart little person.
He likes to go into the kitchen,
Almost had an
take out all
educated.
the pots and pans, and put them on the stove and pretend he's cooking.
Oh, you need to get
So
him a little kitchen.
yeah, I know that's what we're planning on doing. In fact, my wife found one today for like $100. So I was like, "Why didn't you get it?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "Get it
You know
next
what
time. You
works?
get it,
Take a
get it.
cardboard box.
$100."
No, take a cardboard box. Kids love cardboard boxes. You can give them shoes in a cardboard box, and they'll be more happy than buy a
Oh,
little
I don't
plastic
know.
toy.
He's tough. He'll play with everything though. Like even if we do get him a toy kitchen, I still think he'll play with it, but he'll play with our kitchen still too.
My
I
granddaughter
think he
has
matches so much now.
well, does he like talking on the phone? My
Yep.
granddaughter has a particular phone.
Yeah,
Your
we have
daughter
toy
got her the
phones.
Skinamarink phone.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Actually, we
So
saw
I guess
one pretty much
um,
the same as that phone. Where did we see? I think it was
a
at the
Canadian
dentist
one.
office when we went recently. Yeah,
That's a hard one to find because they're now plastic and they create them not the same. They're plastic,
yeah,
and the one I have
yeah. I
is
don't.
like the cardboard, the wood.
Yeah, yeah. That was an older one. So I think the one we was it plastic? I can't remember now. I have to check it, but I knew it was very very close. I don't know if it's the exact same one, but I'm sure it was the same brand. It could have been a newer one. I don't know,
Yeah, there's newer
but
ones now.
yeah,
I'd like to do a vote one day. I'll ask everybody what they think now in this generation, like when they see the Toy Story phone, like what do you think of? Do you think of Toy Story? Because in our generation it was all Toy Story. That's what I loved. Toy Story was one of my favorite films to come out with like an animation. And now, does that phone think of Skinamarink? Because now when I look at it, I think Skinamarink.
I'll be
Scary eyes.
honest. I haven't seen Toy Story since about 1997, so I can't even remember that phone in Toy Story.
My son was born before the 2000s, so
Yeah.
he liked Toy Story, and I think I watched it many times. I lost count.
Yeah. I was never a big Disney guy, so I think that's why I never saw it. I was never
Sure,
as
your
big on
kitty
the
might like it.
yeah. I don't know. He might she my daughter would probably like it. My daughter probably would like it. Probably. She you never know what she's gonna like. But I liked a lot of animated stuff. Just wasn't big on a lot of the Disney stuff from the 90s. I don't know. Wasn't my thing, I guess. I don't know.
Dependent,
80s,
yeah,
90s
no.
Disney. I
I
like the
remember Bugs
old
Life.
Disney.
I loved Bugs Life when it came out.
I
Oh
don't think I
wait,
ever
somebody.
saw that one. I don't even think I saw that one. I just I don't know. To me the greatest animated movie is hands down The Land Before Time. You guys can all call me a wussy for loving that movie, but hey, it's
I
it's like the
love the
only
Land
movie
Before
that
Time.
can it's the only movie that can make me cry. It really is.
I like those
I
two.
was gonna
Oh,
say something. Talking shht. Should I call it like that? Jamie should join us on Talking Shht next week. You guys can be in contact. That's
you'll
all I
have
can
to.
say.
Yeah, you'll have to
I'm
give me
missing a
a.
million chats for sure, but that's okay.
That's
We
what
can
my hubby
always.
just brought me a cup of tea.
There you
From a
go.
cup that we got in Halls Harbor, Nova Scotia.
Oh,
Beautiful little
cool.
town.
Never
I've
been.
been Canada
Never
wide.
been there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
I
another
love
area I have to
BC
go.
too. I love BC too. Like nothing like Okanagan Lake. The only thing compares to that is Kootenay Lake. So you might have
Oh,
to
Kootenay
argue
Lake.
me on
Oh,
that
yeah.
one
Oh,
because
there's a
that's my
few.
favorite
Oh, there's a
one.
few lakes. Kootenay Lake is my favorite one too.
Really,
Kootenay
that's
Lake, but Slocan Lake, good fishing
I
there.
know because it's
Uh,
nice and small and warm.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a huge
benefits,
lake,
but
but it's
Nova Scotia
beautiful.
is beautiful. It really is. Um, I've been coast to coast, so I kind
Lucky
of
you.
like Alberta
I
though.
need you to do more traveling. You kind of like Alberta, huh?
Oh,
I
I'm yeah,
see. I lived in Alberta, and it was just too damn cold for me. I don't know. And the bugs, man, the bugs we had there.
I don't have
Stony
bugs in
Plain. I don't
Edmonton.
know. I don't know. Stony
Well,
Plain was bad for it.
you were in Stony. Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends where you're in Stony.
Trying
If
to
you're in
remember
that one
Edmonton.
spot,
I don't remember Edmonton
that's
being
probably
too
much
buggy.
smaller than no. There's no trees.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Although
there's
one thing I
tons of
do
parks out
remember,
here.
the one thing I do remember about Edmonton is we lived in Sherwood Park area there that we went to school. I went to school at Overlander Elementary School. But
Yeah,
what I remember about
that's a
Sherwood
beautiful
Park
place.
is that in the fall, uh, shaggy mane mushrooms just grew like crazy in that. We picked so many shaggy manes. Like those are
Yeah,
good to eat mushrooms.
yep,
They're not like they're not like chanterelles or morels or
no,
anything like that, but they're good. They're good to eat mushrooms.
yep.
So they were just growing wild like crazy. I'd never seen shaggy manes grow so much in in one place like I did at Sherwood Park. I don't know if they still do. I don't know over the I mean that was back in 1989.
Yeah, it's
So
certainly
we're
built up
talking a
now,
while now. Yeah. You never
all
know
the
though.
way to Highway 21, basically.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of space.
That's all good. Anyways, let's talk a little bit. Crystal still hasn't come, man. I wonder what happened to her. She did. She said she was working tonight, but she said she could still join. So that's kind of the weird thing. But yeah, she hasn't received my last message yet. So I don't know.
I have a
She
dog
must be
that's
busy.
wondering where I am.
Oh yeah. Don't you love it
I
when
can
that
hear
happens?
him outside.
Can
He's only like this big, right?
Oh yeah, not very big.
No, he's only a little palm.
Huh? Bring
He's
him on
trying
camera
to
if you want.
get his little paw out. In a bit, sure. I'll have to
Okay,
grab
sure.
another cup of tea. I get them
There you
brought to
go.
me downstairs because I'm now in my dungeon.
Exactly.
I have a great
Perfect.
big house. We filmed a couple things in here, and it was a lot of fun because the house is so big. We had like
Oh,
different stations. Makeup was up in the flex room because it's out of
that's
the way.
handy.
And we
Yeah.
had like even everybody that was doing the camera, they were able to sit down in this quiet space where it's dark and check out what we were filming while we were upstairs. So it's been a lot of fun. We still might even do
That
that
makes
this
sense.
week. I was gonna have a crazy week. There's more filming in my big empty house because it's empty, almost empty, because I'm trying to sell it. So it's empty.
There you go.
Why
Trying
not
to
rent
sell
it
the house.
out?
Gonna downgrade a little bit, huh? Because I guess it's only you and your
That's
husband,
true.
right? So, yeah.
Yeah, and my mom and I, we want to travel more, and we just don't think it's gonna be. It's not feasible for a garden, and I need a bigger garage. I like old cars, so there's no way I can put cars of any age in a garage that I have. So I need a much smaller house, maybe just a little flat, even a bungalow with no garage, no basement. I'd be happy. Actually, no, that's not true. In Alberta, you want a basement, otherwise you freeze your butt off. Um, it's that cold. But the bungalow and a big garage, I'd be happy all winter. So somewhere like places you talk about, Sherwood Park. That's on one
Yeah,
side, and then you go all the way out to the other side of Edmonton, and there's beautiful properties for way cheaper than out there.
there you go.
So you don't,
Go where it's
yeah,
cheap, you
you'll
know?
never get me to go back there again. No, not to buy a house, that's for sure. I'd come visit, maybe rent a place. No way, not buy a beautiful land, and um, I don't think I could do that out there.
That makes sense. Yeah. Do what you gotta do. Let's talk about your acting a little bit there, Jamie, because you've been acting for at least a few years now, I take it?
Yeah,
When did you
I
get
went back
started in
to
acting?
acting when I was 15. I took some lessons in Vancouver,
Oh,
and
okay, when you were
it's
15.
changed. I did my first background when I was 12, and it was Stay Tuned,
Okay.
like John
Okay.
Ritter. And I fell in love with John Ritter even before that. So when I found out they were filming, I was on it. I'm in the wrestling scene on Stay Tuned. They were in Vancouver, and we were right up there. It was great. Like we got a high five John Ritter and Pam Dauber when they were walking by, going to film the wrestling scene, and it just that day changed my world. Where we got to do it with no sound, and learn so much. And then I went to grade 8. And then I had a drama teacher um, that just changed my world, and I came out of my shell. Elementary school was great. Like we had plays every year, and
Hmm.
not all schools could do that in Burnaby. Down in Vancouver, it wasn't the best thing for schools all the time to have drama teachers that did plays every year, and we were lucky. If we could find them on CBC, they're out there somewhere. Because I remember them
Oh, really?
recording our school plays. I don't know how to
Oh,
find
really?
them now, but it was so much fun, and trying out for the plays and over the years till grade 7, and then moving on to high school and having drama, and moving on to a like Burnaby South was a school used for lots of stuff. 21 Jump Street was filmed
Oh, okay.
in the old Burnaby South. Well, it was the old um, location. The location where the new Burnaby South is now was where 21 Jump Street was filmed before. And
Very
I
cool.
actually got to go to
Hmm.
both both schools. So there's
Oh,
like
wow.
the Michael J. Fox auditorium at the Newbury South. Great programs. We had video production programs. We were one of the first schools with monitors in our hallways, and they did film classes. I was only in grade 8 when I got there, so I didn't get to do all that stuff, but we definitely had a big cafeteria that I learned how to cook, and it's still one of my favorite things to do. And I think I learned how to play lots of pots and pans there too. Learn how to keep a beat because there's lots of students that are always in music class, seem to take cafeteria too. And we would cook lunch for everybody, and they ended up being a lot of drama students by the time I had gotten higher up in school. It was
Very
fun.
cool. So
Then I
what
took a
was the
break.
first, what's that?
I took a big break. I took a big break. I finished school, went to university, had kids. Now I'm in my 40s. I figured I would go back into it, did some like workshops and different things in Alberta when I got back to
Hmm.
Alberta about 9 years ago. I can't even believe
Oh,
it's 9
okay.
years ago. Um, I found some local indie friends and just started helping, learning, following some wonderful producers, directors, writers, learning front and back of the camera, loving business side, and just learning everything. It's been a lot of
Learning
fun because
everything you can.
yeah, everything. I
What it's
liked
all about.
photography and cameras when I was in school, except when I was a kid, the video camera was like this big box thing, looked like almost like the stereos, right? So I
How
was
times have
barely old.
changed, eh?
Oh my, yeah. So it's great to see how how it's evolved, and I still have some cool old cameras that my grandparents had. So it's always been something in our family, and I even have cousins that like doing film development too. So we're all over. It's in our blood to like create and make and when people say it follows a genetic line. Yeah, the a seed doesn't fall too far from that apple tree, right? Because that next
I hear
apple is going to be just like the other. And it's
that.
been fun. It's been fun. I'm really excited. My even my granddaughter starts to sing now, so maybe she'll be a singer like her mommy. And well, I was singing. I'm going to go actually do some choir for Edmonton this winter now that things have calmed down a bit. And before we get so crazy busy next year, I don't think I have the opportunity to do that. And it's always more fun to sing with a group than I'm always in my car singing away.
That makes sense. Definitely makes sense. That's really cool. That's, yeah, it's, so how old were you when you had your first movie role?
My first movie role I started with, um, well, I was in my 40s. I can't remember when I met them. No, it was before that. Higher
So
Universe Pictures. I met Brandon, and he let me follow him and learn. And we've made plenty of different films now, and he's very much evolved my knowledge of behind and in front of camera. Um, his was my first talking scene, and I got to arrest one of Edmonton's young loved actors. So it was a lot of fun for me. I play a detective. I don't
oh,
want to
okay, that
ruin
was
any
your first
movie, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We were in
Uh-huh.
Edmonton. It was cold, cold AF.
I'll bet.
Um, we actually journey that. It's you could follow along on our creation of that film, which I can totally give information for later with all the links because it can be found on YouTube. And we had a
Oh, okay,
blast. It
cool.
was just fairly, really cold, and we took a good few weeks filming it, and we really did become a family. We filmed in one big location, and I filmed with these people now for so many years. And that first role for Out Here, that was the most fun big one. Like, yeah, I did other little things, and I was always involved with my kids' schools, but Once I got back into indie in Edmonton, it was the most fun doing this stuff. The bigger roles, Skinamarink was me wanting to help local filmmakers, and it had a mental health topic. I have an education in mental health, so I was drawn to it. And there's other movies and clips and like they're called short films that people make and put online, and the ones with mental health really do hit home. So I think it's important for people to understand
I
that
agree.
they're not the only ones feeling it. So um, whether it's trauma or say bad dreams, I don't even know. Like some people don't understand what Skinamarink means. I've loved all, and I don't even know how many different articles and podcasts I've seen and read now or listened to.
Oh, I know.
There's so many points of view of what Skinamarink could be about, but it was because of the mental health idea behind it that I was intrigued by it. Like what would
That's
that little
good.
kid think? What would you think? I know what I would think. I was scared of the dark.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to know more. So I signed the NDA and I got to see the script.
That's
And yes,
awesome.
it was script.
There you go.
It was good. It was good. It was a few years ago now, but
Yeah. That must have
it's
been quite an
crazy.
experience. How long were
It's
you
been
on
like
set for that film?
4
Like, how
hours.
many days? Just 4 hours one day, and that was it?
I'm only in the bedroom.
Well, I know that, but, you never know.
Yep. Um, I'm in
Well, I
different
can see.
spots everywhere in the room. Um, it's just different angles and a lot of discussion before we went in there,
Mhm.
talking about like what we wanted and what Kyle wanted, and what kind of movements I was really supposed to do, because I really wanted to know how I was supposed to feel. And
Yeah.
and just to get into that moment, there was only like us, and like the camera guy is Jamie too, and we're filming in there, and it's quiet and it's dark. So getting into character was much easier, I guess I could say, for that. It's very much easy to. It's so easy to visualize when you're not staring at the camera; it's staring at your head. But
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
not in all those spots. So you guys just
Well,
didn't
it
look
makes
in the dark
sense. It makes sense that it was like a 4-hour shoot, and that's I mean, you did
our
other
little
other
clips.
stuff,
Yep.
but,
It was
let
fun.
me
It was
ask
fun.
can I ask you this? I don't know if you can answer this or not, but was your like, for that bedroom scene when you're talking to Kaylee, was the audio recorded separately, or, like, did you guys even have a sound recordist on set? Because I mean, if there was any movie that didn't need a sound recordist on set, this probably would have been it, where it could all have been done in post.
It was
But
all added in post. We did it the same day.
oh, okay. Yeah, I've
And
kinda
then
done that a little bit.
when Kyle had like Ross come up with his son, and the way they did it was basically the same as me. I guess they sat down at the table downstairs and just recorded it.
Oh, that's
So
great.
you're actually hearing like that's little Lucas's voice, and he was only like 4 when I met him, and I
Yeah,
I volunteered his name to someone because they were asking for a little boy, and I just thought it'd be perfect. And
yeah,
when Kyle had said the same thing, do you know a little boy? Right away, his name popped up in my mind because he was just a little bit older, but he looked 4,
yeah.
and it
There
worked
you
great.
go. Worked out perfect. Yeah. I've worked with as young as 3 in a film. I don't think I should have, but I did. And
Depends on what you're doing.
that movie has never been released. Well, you know what? The kid did memorize his lines. I'll say that. We had a little trick though for one aspect, because he had an older brother in the scenes with him, and we didn't tell him what the actor's name was. We told him that this is Darren. We never told him his real name, so that he would make sure he never called him his real name.
Right,
on
yeah.
a take or anything. So that was one little trick I did because I know little kids would forget that pretty easily. And if I introduced them, hey, this is Eric or whatever. I can't remember what his name
Right,
was now,
yeah.
but yeah, his name was
Easy
Darren in the
mistake
film.
those little guys could make, yeah.
Yeah. So it was we had a few kids in that movie, and unfortunately we haven't released it because it has a lot of technical problem. It was my first feature, and we tried to make this really ambitious feature film for like 10 grand, and like it was an ambitious feature. Like it had a lot of big locations, and we shot at the airport. We shot at schools. It
Hard
was
with lots
I
of
can't believe
locations.
we shot at a bar. I mean, it was tons of locations, tons of actors, and we had 10 grand, under 10 grand. It was a little bit under 10 grand. And I don't know how we actually got it
They
filmed, but
tried.
we didn't have money for a sound recordist. So um, this thing here was the sound recordist.
Well, I have a lot of people that started with that. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people that started with that
I used it
exact
for this,
thing.
but we that alone we didn't have an external microphone with it. It was the mics that are
They've
built into that was our sound recordist, and
Yep,
well,
we've
did not work out so
done that.
well. The
I have a TV
been there,
series
done that.
we made a thing for. It's not so bad.
Yeah. Eh, you do what you gotta do, I guess, but, yeah, that's kind of the biggest issue we had with that movie, and, I should
Yeah, that's
still
how you make
release it,
indie.
but yeah. I like good sound now, though. Now it's like I have to have the best possible sound I can get. I don't really even care about the vision so much, but if my sound is bad, I get mad, so, but it's okay.
Sounds important.
Yeah, it is important, so as far as visuals go, if you can see what's going on, it's good enough. No, it's not good enough, but
No, I like it how Skinamarink was so blurry that you had to think about
oh, I
what you were
love it.
seeing,
That that's
and
why
you don't
that's
really
why that
see.
worked so well.
Oh, and doing the clips when we were doing the clips, and I was realizing more and more of the script as I was doing different things because Kyle cut a lot of different things out.
Yeah.
So, I really enjoyed the cracking bone part. I'm glad that stayed there. There was so much more, but we had to cut it down. And, I just love what we have there. You guys had to work, and our brains are full of imagination. I don't know why some people couldn't find the ability to watch it. Maybe I don't. Some people just
Ah,
they fell asleep, or
yeah.
they couldn't see. I mean, if
Today's
you,
society is different. If
it's
this
just not
I think if
everybody's thing, which is
Skinamarink
cool.
if it was
But
released in the 90s, maybe or something, maybe if it was released back then when it took place, maybe it's a different story, but I do find that more and more younger people are not as their attention spans aren't,
it's still
what they used to
I
be.
love what Kyle's doing with and changing the perception of film that way. And,
Yeah,
that kind of film production now is getting more popular. Um,
I can
going
see
with
it for
that
sure.
kind of creating that point of view and found footage, you get chat rooms and Clubhouse, and it's talked about all over now. So it's kind of exciting for me too because I like that idea. Like
Yeah.
I just loved what that point of view was like. I know not
Yeah, I
everybody
mean,
likes looking at the angles,
oh,
and I
no.
get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But
Not
it was
everybody liked the
about the
Blair Witch
suspense
either, though,
building
but
up. No,
yeah.
but I remember hearing about it and then thinking, "What? Is it real?" And then finally
Yeah.
getting to see it, I loved it. I loved it. And
Oh,
now I've
yeah.
actually got to talk to the director before, the
Oh,
writer.
cool.
Yeah, so that's exciting too. Growing up and seeing these films, and now just knowing that they've seen Skinamarink and have thoughts about it, and getting to hear them, it's been pretty surreal.
Yeah, definitely.
I still want to know if
Um,
Stephen King's watched it. That would be really neat. I know
you'll
Jean
be
Claude Van
if
Damme did.
Stephen King has watched it, that would be pretty thrilling for you?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen him on TikTok. I should message him.
Huh?
But
There you
Say,
go.
hey, it's Skinamarink,
Okay.
Mom, right?
Hey, check it out.
Cujo scared me. I was forever scared of dogs because of Cujo, and Stephen King's one of my favorites. So
yeah,
it would be
yeah.
a cool thing. Rolling Stone. I wasn't on the cover, but I was in it. But
That's true.
I did get to
I
sing
saw
about
that.
it on the cover of the Rolling Stone, just because it was a
Yeah.
song we sang at camp. And I mean, at campground, not like Girl Guide camp, but just getting those old songs out and the nostalgia with the song of like Skinamarink stuff and like lots of Canadians know Skinamarink's like it's Sharon Lois and Bram's song, but it was something before that. It's also got a story previous to that, which is also where Kyle went back. It's nostalgia, and that was a working.
Interesting.
Skinamarink was just a working name that stuck.
That stuck.
I liked it.
Interesting.
I thought it because I actually, well, I loved Skinamarink when I was young, and I sang it to my kids, and
Yeah.
nowadays kids
I
aren't
remember
so
it. That's for sure.
lucky.
yeah.
Right?
Exactly. But it's definitely had Skinamarink has definitely had an impact for sure. Whether you liked it or didn't like it, and it doesn't seem to be too much middle ground on that. It seems to be either I hated that freaking movie or I love that freaking movie. I don't really see a lot of people that are like in the middle on that. There's a few, I'm sure, that are like, oh, I like certain aspects of it. What's that?
I think it's neat. Like a
Yeah.
lot of my other films now, like the IMDb numbers are like in the middle range or like up to an 8 or whatever, and it's not that all those numbers count for ratings and everything, especially with all these other different rating sites that we have that are now not so obviously calculated.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to say what they like about it, and it will show up on these big sites. People will get an opinion. Oh, well, maybe I'll watch it or maybe I won't, because of the points you get depending on the app or website or whoever you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But there's a big range of different things I've done. So, there's a lot more horror stuff that I get to do. And I was a scare actor, but now our haunt is closed. And this will be my first Halloween actually going around and like dressing up and going out instead of being in a haunt.
Being at a haunt, huh?
It would be fun. It'd be a lot of fun,
I
but
bet you're gonna miss that though.
I will, and I'm sure we're all going to end up over there at that night saying hello because it's a family that we've created, and that's what happened during COVID. So I don't see why else none of us won't just stop by to say hello because I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's really cool. That's really cool. Let's just see if we've got questions in the audience here because I've
Yeah,
been neglecting the audience here, so I'm glad we
ask
got to talk
away.
about Skinamarink. Let's just see here.
Yeah,
Who
there's
do
a
we
few things
got?
that are filming now. They'll come out eventually. There's
Yeah,
things
and
that
we're
are
going to
on
be
TV.
filming our movie next spring. You've
Oh,
got the new script, by
so
the way.
much.
I
I
take it.
do. I've been reading it.
I hope you
Just
like what we did in there for your character. I hope you like what we did in there.
I'm speechless.
Let's just see if we have any.
I'm speechless. That's all I say.
If you guys do have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat because I'm going to be doing that now. What's next chef Bobby Flay? That doesn't seem like a question. What did he say here? I like when you see an old payphone in the wild and kids look at it like a found cave drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, we still have a couple. We have a couple. Um, there's in a couple films out here too because they're at like old motel spaces. They haven't been taken away. There's one in Grotesque One. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
payphone. Yeah,
Cool.
when we found it, yeah, it was fun.
Alexi says, looking forward to Jamie getting her work visa for the U.S. We are going to try to meet up in Seattle in a few months. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
You're getting a visa to work in the U.S.
I've been working on my visa for over a year now, just collecting individuals. Um, well, I need official letters and time
Oh yeah.
stamp kind of idea of
Cool.
all the work that I have. So I've been collecting 3 years worth of work, and it didn't take more than maybe a year now. The last 9 months have definitely been crazy. So now I have my sponsors and my wonderful world of lawyer friends that are going to help me get the right documentation together, and we will get that drawn up. And I'm thrilled to go everywhere. I really do want to go to specific locations: Seattle, Vegas, LA, New York, and I would love to go to Florida this weekend. And all of September seems to have so many different things. Uh, Maybe to visit, but my house is trying to sell, so I won't really leave. And I have filming almost every weekend, so I don't think I'll be going anywhere. And October's almost here, and I have more
Yeah.
things happening on the weekend. So, and then it's going to get cold, so maybe I will be traveling by then. Because
There you go.
who wants to stay in Edmonton when they can go to Vegas?
No kidding, eh?
It's
Vegas,
warm.
baby, Vegas.
Yeah.
Jay Carts Arts joined the chat. Hey there, Jordan, our good buddy Jordan. Congratulations, Jaime Hill. She deserves all the
Thank
success.
you.
Night of the Living Dreads podcast. Good evening, Steve and Jamie. Otis B. Dreads here and present. Good to see you, man.
Hello. This is great to see everybody supporting me.
Oh, there's Teresa Wilk again. Hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late.
I'm glad you're
love
here.
Skinamarink, says Night of the Living Dreads podcast. Otis B. Dreads. And then we've got Horror Edit. What's up, guys? Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Does anybody have any questions, though? Oh, wait. Is this a question? Do you ever go to Stampede Week? Like Calgary Stampede, I
Calgary Stampede. Yeah, it's Calgary Stampede. I didn't go this year. Calgary Stampede. Fuel's just so much more money now. And, working as a PA last year, I was too busy. Just got to have the right reasons to go down. And I just didn't have that much time to go down and really enjoy it. Because when you go, you want to go for pancake breakfast. You want to go for everything. So I would plan, next year maybe I'll go. K-Days, Edmonton has Klondike Days, now called K-Days, and had a blast there. Definitely went there. We have Edmonton Expo coming up this weekend. So there's a whole bunch of artists and actors and voiceover amazing people that I'm thrilled to go see in a few days.
Awesome.
But long-winded, yes. I do go there.
What's that?
I do go there. That was very long-winded, but yes, I like Calgary.
Hey, make the answer as long as you want. Since our other guest hasn't showed up, this is the second time she did this to me on this show. I think I went live with her on Instagram or something, but this is the second time I've tried to get her on this show, and she that's okay. I don't know what happened to her. I'm sure she'll tell me after what happened. She never returned my message. It happens. So yeah, Otis B. Dread says very atmospheric. I'm guessing we're talking about Skinamarink. Grotesque is another good one. So I gotta see Grotesque now. I gotta check out the first one.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Higher Universe Pictures. Brandon Reines made Grotesque with Elizabeth Chamberlain. I've had the privilege and honor to work with them for a good handful, even more years now. I can't believe it's been that much. And we're still creating. Grotesque 2 is coming. There's others that Brandon has written that have been made already. And he's an amazing writer. He makes a lot of different scripts. So he's always someone that could make something neat. And if you look at Higher Universe Pictures and the stuff that we've made, it just draws you back because I love the topic. If it scares you or makes you laugh, it's easy. It's easy, yes, for me.
Lexi says, Jamie, what is your favorite role to date and why? Ooh, big question.
Oh, gosh. So there's one coming. It's called Good Arson. I only have the trailer. I can share that. That's all I could do. I made my dog pee on the floor when I was practicing. Um, the writer director came
Okay.
over. We were in the basement just not to bother my family upstairs, right? Because this is my dungeon. And yeah, my little dog, the one I was talking about, he peed on the floor
Oh
because I
boy.
have to yell. And like I said, I'm a bubbly, happy person. So like the dog was just like terrified, and my husband was like
Yeah.
teasing me sarcastically. I come upstairs. He's like, "Who is that?" Because
Oh boy.
I put on this mask of a really mean person, and I'm really excited to show that. Like it's on my demo, so it's
Oh.
coming. It's not out yet. It's in.
Hmm. Any ideas when it's going to be coming?
Um, I'd have to ask, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay then.
soon. I know that we did release the trailer early, so now that's out,
Okay.
and I can show you guys that. So I will be able to provide that soon. It's
Cool.
it's a I don't know. I think people like me for mom roles. It's a
Uh,
mom role.
We
There's
gave
a
you
lot
our
of mom
mom roll.
roles.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
I can finally
Uh,
feel like I look like that age now because I'm in my 40s and I always look young, so I never felt like I could
yeah,
be in the
you.
mom role thing. So it's nice to finally fill out the topic, and like I have gray, but you can't really see it very well. So the grandma role's not there yet until maybe I have a cute big wig or something. But you know,
There you go. Well, if you
like
get a
Mrs.
makeup job
Doubtfire
done,
wig, that would be
there's
fun.
makeup can do wonders.
Oh,
So.
man, which
Oh
is
yeah.
leads me to my other role that I did film recently, and my face is all done up by the wonderful Jamie Clark. And baby Jamie and I have worked together on a couple different things, so I will be able to share you pictures. I call Jamie baby Jamie because I'm the big Jamie, and baby Jamie's younger. So on set, we have multiple Jamie slash James individual names for some
Must get
reason, and
confusing.
it does.
Yeah.
So it's baby Jamie or yeah, like big Jamie. So that's how it goes for there. I love the makeup. You know, this year, like I said, Halloween's going to be more my thing, and I can't wait to put on more of that wonderful makeup that I wore this week because it was fun. I had to walk outside, and you know, same when around Halloween when we do our haunt, we go around to Tim Hortons. I'm Canadian, by the way, and go through drive-through, and you know, it's kind of funny when you pull up and you look funny, or scary, or startle people. I guess whether you're scary or funny, and
Yeah,
I definitely
I
was
hear
scary.
you.
So
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
another thing.
Yeah, that's very cool. All right, we got another question here. I think Joe does. Hey, Jamie, being in a horror movie, does it change the way you look at them when you watch them?
Any movie I watch, I always look for like you always end up having someone put something where you could see a label or you know things I've learned in film and stuff that you chat about with other filmmakers. Now I notice them, so I'm like looking for certain things or like a lighting. Oh, there's a boom or something like that. Otherwise, I never used to notice that. But
Yeah,
unless it was on the news, some TV show or whatever had something like a cup in the scene.
yeah.
Otherwise, no.
There
But
you
yeah,
go.
I look
I
at it.
never used to notice stuff like that. My wife is notorious for like every show we watch, she spoils it for me. She's like, "Oh my god, did you see that, Steve? Did you see that? The blinds were open and then they were closed." I'm like, "I never would have noticed that. It's in the
Good
background. It's not
details.
I'm focused on what the actors are doing,
That's
but
what
she's
they're
like, "Didn't you see
hoping.
that?" Yeah. But, but my wife picks up on all that stuff. She sees every little mistake. I'm like, "Man, you should be a script supervisor
You
for
should.
movies."
That's what I was gonna say. And why is she not script supervisor?
Well,
Uh,
because
Definitely a
she
smart
doesn't
track.
wanna take a pay cut from her current job, I'm sure.
Yeah,
She's
no,
a
not when you're
pharmacist,
doing
so
indie. Ah,
yeah,
cheers.
exactly. But she could. I couldn't be a scripty. I couldn't do scripty, no way. I miss every
We got
little
some
thing. I
great
miss all
scripties
those
up here.
details. Yeah, I'll bet.
Oh well, I gotta
I'm
go
gonna
and
I gotta need a good
put one
scripty
on here.
for our film. So if you know,
Well, then I already know who it
put me in
is.
touch. There you go.
I already know who it
Keep
is.
put me in touch because I don't really know any good scripties around. In fact, I know that the film commission was looking for somebody that was good at that at a certain point. I don't know if they
For
still
BC?
are, but what's that?
Is that BC?
Yeah, yeah. Our
Yeah.
local right here in Kelowna, our
Yeah.
film commission, they were
There's
looking for
a lot of
somebody for
actually
that.
Kootenai filmmakers now too. So
Yeah,
that's exciting because I've been all across BC, and the Kootenays is my favorite, and it's neat to see people actually playing in say Creston at the theater, and they're creating in that little town, and getting to come to Kelowna is great. A lot of people, most people are from the States watching us here, but Kelowna is a beautiful little, not little. It was little when I was there many years ago.
it's a
It's
little city trying to become
grown.
a big city. It has grown. We have some
Beautiful.
taller-ish buildings now. I call them taller-ish because they're still not
No,
like
you don't need to know.
skyscrapers, but they're like
You
taller-ish,
don't want them.
like
Your
30
skyscrapers
floors.
are those mountains and the water, and having
Even
all
our
those
mountains aren't
skyscrapers
that
leave
tall,
that
though.
space for.
I
No, they're
know.
not. They're not
Yeah,
like the Rocky Mountains, but
yeah. They're definitely not the mountains I used to,
why we're
wake up
lucky.
to when I lived in the Kootenays, but
Yeah,
they're mountains.
but it's not far. Definitely not
Yeah.
far. I know I've got a lot
Oh,
of different ideas for locations for another. I have 2 more scripts that have been written for me that I've been working on for the last little while. Um,
cool.
James Lemke and I are going to make the movie Sweet Raven, and it's got a comic book, and it's already basically laid out in the comic book. Gives you a good idea of what it's going to be about, and I'm really looking forward to. It's been a little while building it, and um, just networking, communicating, and finding the right places in Canada to do it because I really want to do that here. And then there's a whole other one that's not even to do with the same topic, and um, you guys will laugh. It will finally be something that I will make you laugh again. Oh, grotesque one will make you laugh.
Oh, I'll bet.
You're
I'll
gonna
bet.
watch it though.
Alexi said this last time that Crystal didn't show up. Crystal is unseen. Sorry, running joke. Yeah, that's we're
It
gonna
is
we'll
unseen.
third time be the charm. We'll see. We'll try to get her on again and see if it works
Usually.
out.
Oh, that's
Oh,
unfortunate.
whatever.
Um,
It's okay. Crystal's busy. I know that. I mean, I don't think she was supposed to work tonight. She must have got called in, but she said that she could come and still go on the show. So that happens.
it happens. I'm
But
sure you'll hear
yeah,
from
we can
her.
we can
This
still
hour went
laugh about
really
it a little bit.
fast. I have Otis's. There's a lot of indie horror, indie Clip Network podcasts happening very soon, and some of them started already. So you'll see me here, and then you'll see me sharing soon because I'm gonna go and
Oh yeah.
support more people that
Well,
we
thank
all
you
know
for
now.
sharing all our stuff. By the way, you've been sharing like crazy, and
I enjoy it.
that's
It's a lot
awesome.
of fun. I like marketing. It's in my blood.
That's great.
It's
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if it's
fun
in
for
my
me.
blood, but I don't know if it's in my blood, but I still do the best I can. I know good people now that help me. I couldn't do it without
That's
good
always good.
people.
And
Lexi wants to see that trailer you're talking for that movie. Yeah, that it's
okay,
not. You don't
yeah,
know
I
when it's going to
definitely
be
have
released yet.
to find that.
But you say it's going to be your best
No,
role,
I have
so
to ask him.
I don't know if you can play it on
Well,
here,
one
or
of the
maybe you can.
best.
I don't know.
Um, probably not. And actually, it's on YouTube. I think I'd have to look for it though. I don't have it right now. I'm not logged in. I'm on my desktop. I actually have a desktop. So when I actually do stuff, then this cell phone, because everything else is using my cell phone doing all that social media. But I'll send it to him, and I'll send the link. And
I look forward to it.
yeah,
John from
me
behind the
too.
scenes. I'm a North Carolina boy, but a Canadian boy at heart. Canadian by heart. My bucket list is to go to the Stampede Week, but want a road trip across the country. Man, that'd be cool to road trip across Canada. I've never done it.
I have.
Farthest I've ever traveled on the roads is I hate to say it, Alberta. I haven't gone past Alberta, and
I
can't
went all
even
the way to
remember
Nova
how
Scotia.
that'd be fun to do. One day I will.
It was fun.
One day.
In a convertible.
That would be pretty
We had
good.
a
That would
lot
be
of fun. My
pretty
husband and
fun.
I drove all the way across. It was a lot of fun. So we're planning on doing it again in our Camaro. So it would be a lot of fun.
What's
Maybe you'll have to come
Otis
along with
B.
your
Dreads
family.
referring to here? I do that too. All the little inconsistencies. Scripty, finding all the problems and
Oh,
all the continuity errors.
definitely. It's kind of the thing now.
Did
Once
y'all
you're in
catch
it.
all the continuity? Did y'all catch the continuity errors in the Sawyer Massacre?
No, because I haven't watched it all.
You haven't watched it all
Sorry.
yet.
No, you didn't
well-
watch Grotesque
well,
yet.
That's true. I haven't.
We
did
get
you send me a link?
busy.
I know that I've heard you've sent me info on it, but I don't think you've actually sent me a link.
No.
But I don't know if you can with Tubi. I just have to go into
Miss
Tubi
Grotesque?
and watch it.
You just need to
Yep,
go into
just
my
type Grotesque.
Jaime Hill Facebook.
Oh, there you go.
I have all my social media.
Alexi's saying we love you. We love Crystal. You just wish you could
Yes,
have been
Crystal.
here.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it a show here pretty quick. We've already been going for just over an hour, so
It's going to be fun to
but
finally
I'm sure
get to
we
meet
might have
everybody.
some more.
Other than
Yeah,
texting,
that's.
messaging everybody.
Oh, I know.
Definitely for sure. In a few months.
So there you go. Yeah, in
October,
a few
November,
months.
December.
Exactly.
Oh, Christmas time. But Kelowna. It's gonna be nice to see you guys in like even like April. It's beautiful down in Kelowna. So if anybody's in
All
the
beautiful.
States wondering about coming to visit, yeah, no, he's got a location
April.
down there.
April will
Edmonton
be.
is
Oh yeah.
cold. It's nicer there.
Yeah, I know. I
Flowers
lived there.
come.
I did live there briefly. I lived in Edmonton and Stony Plain, not just Stony Plain. I lived in Edmonton for a year and Stony Plain for a year and a half.
Some
It
maybe
was,
little crocuses will come up, but that's about it for April.
Yeah.
But when you go to Kelowna and come out to see Steve, I cannot wait because, geez, it'll be like fishing already.
Yeah.
Summertime practically. So looking
There
forward
you
to
go.
that part. Very much so.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, fishing is great. Great in the spring here, which is too bad because I never go in the spring. I always end up going in the summer, and I never catch anything in the summer. But anyways,
Well, I'm gonna get my
little lakes.
licenses for
Okanagan
both
Lake.
provinces.
Oh yeah, Okanagan Lake isn't very good for fishing right now, but yeah, it's getting better. But
Kootenay
it's not
Lake
really
is my favorite.
Oh yeah, Kootenay Lake is the best. You just gotta watch. Kokanee fish are only open on the first of the month.
I
They've
can
got
show
it
you guys some
regulated
old
now.
pictures. I have a big 10-pound kokanee that I
Cool.
long time ago.
There you go.
Long time ago. No gray in those pictures. That's for sure. I can't wait to share all those things with you. Thank you for everybody that showed up. I know I've been chatting with a lot of everybody, asking if they were busy, and it's been crazy for me the last month. So this week I finally got to reach out to friends and say thank you. And my world's been swamped with different people, and the idea of traveling is fun. But all these places, yes, we are. I'll be there. I'll come see you Wednesday night all the time. I'll be there. I guess you want me to say that. So tomorrow night I'm on the Indie Horror Junkie podcast.
Very cool.
And
Send me
I
the
will share
link.
the link with that. It's on my Facebook too. And I will
Otis, if you want to share the link in the chat, you can, by the way.
Otis can too.
You can always do that.
I'm busy almost every week now. Like every evening. It's a lot of fun to get and chat with so many people instead of sitting here playing online. I used to play Sims. Now I can actually talk to real people.
There you go.
I'm a comedian too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to sharing more things with you guys once I can.
There you go. Neil Peart, rest in peace. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Great show, says Talking Sht. Maybe we'll see Jamie on your show very soon. Susie Lopez. Hey, Susie Lopez, just joining now. Hello, friends. Sorry I'm late. I was helping my dad with food. No, it's all good. I'm glad you made it. Oh, and Carlos from the Lazy Reviewer made it out too. we're just kind of wrapping it up now, but thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And I'd please everybody, if you're still online, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to, or the unlike button if you hate me, because I know not everybody loves me, but either or, do one or the other because it all helps the algorithm. Yes.
Okay.
Dislikes do help the algorithm, so we'll get more views on this if people, But if you
That's what I've
don't hit
heard.
any of them, then it
Then
doesn't
there's
help.
nothing. No.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if people leave messages on either the YouTube or like wherever we've been sharing this, I can answer questions too. The ones I'm
Oh,
allowed
for
to
sure.
answer.
So if you're just tuning in, we've announced that Jamie is playing Charisse Downer in our
Should be
film
stunning.
Unseen, in which we will be filming next year in the spring sometime. Figuring that out still, trying to get everybody's availability. We'll see
Mhm.
how that all goes, but it looks like we'll definitely make the springtime work, and it won't be too cold here. And I actually went location scouting last week and found a really cool location. I'm hoping to share some stuff on that fairly soon. I don't want to share too much because you don't want to give away too much
Not
of
all of
what
it.
things are going to look like, but a little tease or something. You know, we got
Yeah,
cool
there's so many pretty
locations.
places in BC, so you can show them so many things.
Oh yeah, I'm going for really specific stuff with this movie. I'll tell you that. But it's I'm doing a lot of pre-production work right now, and our Indiegogo campaign is still live. If you guys are wondering, I don't know if
Mhm.
you guys are wondering. Link is in the description of the video, and let's try to get to our next stretch goal as soon as possible because that'll definitely help us with all the wonderful pre-production work that has to be done, and a lot
Yeah.
has to be done. And
I don't
you
mind
know,
driving down because it's a beautiful drive, especially if we drive down
oh, it
in
is a nice
Camaro.
drive.
But I would like to fly too. And, I think our friends from the States would rather fly than drive. So we
I'm
need a
pretty sure,
hand getting them here.
especially
So,
Crystal,
yeah,
especially
I would
Crystal coming all the
appreciate
way from Florida.
everybody helping us get everybody here. Crystal, Felicia Rose, I can't wait to
Uh,
meet everyone. And, the more help we can getting them here. I'm in my 40s, growing up, loving some of these actors that I actually get to physically meet now is just surreal. So never give up,
it
follow
is,
your
yeah,
dreams, and never not ask because you never know. People, all they can say is no.
exactly,
Help if
exactly
you
that.
can, because I would love it. Steve would love it.
I love it. We'd all love it, and
Yeah,
that's what the supportive indie community is all about, isn't it?
it is. It
Supporting
definitely
each
is. It
other, and
definitely is.
yeah.
Sharing,
Well, it's really too
sharing
bad
social
Crystal couldn't
media.
make it on, but yeah. Exactly. Facebook is my main one.
Same.
I have, you know what? I think I'm following you on Instagram, but I don't think you've accepted my follow or something like
My
that. And
Instagram is jamie.hill.vo.
yeah.
I'm usually on that, but right now I've changed phones, so it's only on one phone and not the computer.
Oh,
So depending on what I'm doing for social media, I'm not seeing everything.
okay.
So you will definitely find me Facebook Messenger much faster than Instagram at the moment.
I typically message you through there, I think.
And usually,
Typically. I don't think I've ever messaged you through Instagram, but again,
yeah,
I
Facebook
yeah.
Messenger is best.
Yeah. Oh, and there's John from Doomsday's Crypt. Hey John, how you doing? Glad you
Hi,
could tune in just to the
John.
very end, but that's all good. Any more questions did I see before we call it a night? We'll be scheduling the show tonight. We'll post around. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, no worries. No worries, man. No worries. Any
Cool.
other questions? More Sense Designs. That's our buddy Joe who does all our artwork. Thank you for answering my question. It was great to see you on the show. All the best, and look forward to see Unseen and what you guys do with it. And can't wait. Thank
Neither
you,
can I.
Joe. Thank you all for coming. And thank you so much, everyone that continues to support Unseen. Yeah, I mean, the support has been amazing for Unseen, really. I mean, I certainly didn't know what to expect. I can understand why, we got as much support as we did for Sawyer Massacre, but then you go and you start promoting an original project, and it's like, is people gonna like this? And in some aspects, I would say, it's not done as well as Sawyer Massacre. I don't seem to have as easy a time getting a following and stuff like that. But we've had some really good, solid supporters, and I think that's why we managed to get the movie in demand, the campaign in demand. Also because of people like you, Jamie, sharing and you know sharing it as much as you possibly can, and
Yeah, it's
promoting it.
important.
And it's not just you, but it's everybody that's part of our team. And I just really look forward to showing you everybody how good pre-production is going, and it's going pretty well so far. We did my first rewrite of the script, and again, you've had a chance to read some of it, I think, right? Or have you read the whole thing now?
I've read bits and pieces because I couldn't wait.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm enjoying it on my big Amazon tablet because it's really small on my phone. So when I get a chance to
There
actually
you
sit
go.
down and read it, I do. Otherwise, I got the bifocals on, and yeah, no.
Do you think you figured out stuff yet, without spoiling anything?
I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So
interested
it
to
will
know.
be fun.
I'm always,
I know you
I'm
are.
always,
I know you are.
somebody
That's
was able to
great.
figure it. Somebody was able to figure something out after reading the script. A very big thing, and I
Yeah.
was just shocked. So I won't say who that was, but I was like, oh my god, you figured that out. No, figure out everything. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but in this
I've
movie,
been
but
going back and forth and referring and figuring my mind. You got me thinking, and yeah,
that's what
it's
it's
been
supposed to do.
fun to evolve
I think
through
you
this
really
script.
probably picked our film because it has mental health issues going on in it too.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, that is
It
a
really
huge.
does.
It is a huge
It's
part of it. I really miss my
yeah.
job helping people in mental health. So if I can,
Well, there we go.
even chat or show examples
Yeah,
of, people can understand mental health a bit better.
that's
Anxiety,
good. I think this
Skinamarink,
movie kind of does
or
that. Yeah,
boredom.
exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends who you are. I can show you what anxiety is when you watch Skinamarink, or I might kind of show you boredom. But it all depends on the person and how they feel. So all the different movies will have all these different feelings. But this one, Unseen, is going to be a gooder. And I guess it's a
It's
Canadian
going to
term,
be
but
a
it's a gooder.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, Gooder. Do you guys know Gooder back in the States? Any of you guys know Gooder?
It's like a thumbs
I
up.
don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
And that
I
was a
age myself.
popular term in Fubar, was it not? In the movie Fubar. Any of you guys seen Fubar? That was popular in the US, was it not? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe nobody's seen it there. I have no
Don't
idea.
apologize for being late. We're still going.
Oh
We've been
yeah, never
chatting, having
apologize.
fun.
Just thank you for tuning in at all, there, John. I know you do your own
Yeah.
show a lot. I don't know if you've had Jamie on before. If you've never, Jamie, if you've never been on Doomsday Script, you should, because John is awesome. John Henderson
Yeah.
is the man. Love that
There's
guy.
a few messages
Absolutely love
coming
that
through
guy.
on my phone, so I'm sure I'm gonna have a couple people to check on soon, because ever since we've been
Fubar is
chatting
very
about it.
popular in the military, he says. There you go. It's a better show. Love the support. Or me or Luke will come to your home. Just kidding. Hugs. But please, if you can support Steve, he's a damn good fella and filmmaker. Oh, thank you. Don't just do it for me. Do it for our whole cast and crew. Because I want to feed these people and hopefully get them some money. Because nobody likes to work for free.
Oh,
That's always my goal. Is I don't care about myself. I won't pay myself anything until we've like made $1 million off this thing. But you guys
yeah,
deserve it.
they can help us feed people with local, like, Kelowna restaurants and stuff. Support our local people, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun when you get this, pizza night. It's usually something we always enjoy. Chinese food night. There's always different things that we do, and sometimes we'll have certain functions raising for those kinds of food. But if, I'm happy to have something healthy, so help away,
That's all good.
right?
Let me know if you have any food allergies, or you never know.
Yeah,
Sometimes we had somebody on the Sawyer Massacre that what was it she couldn't have? I can't even remember now. Magnesium. She
oh,
had to have magnesium free food. I'm like, isn't magnesium pretty much in everything? And
could be.
we were like, the caterer was Googling stuff like food without magnesium, couldn't find anything, you know. And I finally just asked this person, "Oh, so what can you eat?" She's like, "Turkey sandwiches."
Oh,
So I was like,
okay.
"Okay, I'm pretty sure that's got magnesium, but okay." Well, we did that, and she was
It's
happy.
hard. It's very hard. I work in crafty and indie, and and I have my own food sensitivities I get to share with you
Oh yeah, we all do
another time.
for the
But
most part.
it's interesting now. There's a lot of good recipes out there now, so
Oh
it's
yeah.
been a journey too. That was my other. I love being a PA, and that's how I
Oh, there
learned
you go.
so much in Edmonton, and I learned and met so many different people. So it's not just being an actor, being a PA, being involved, really, being involved
Yeah,
in your
I hear
community.
you. I hear you. All right, I think that's all we got for
It's fun.
questions. So thank you so
Yeah,
much
I
for
got a couple
joining
more
me
things to
tonight there,
go
Jamie.
visit. I'm so glad so many people showed up. So thank you.
If worst comes to
There's
worst, there's always Mr. Noodles. Yeah. Oh yeah, if we can't
mm,
afford much, Mr. Noodles every day for
yeah,
our food.
life in our
No,
20s, right?
that
No,
won't happen. That won't
no,
happen
ew,
because
no,
I won't
it
let it
won't.
happen. I will cook myself if I have to avoid that. Um because yeah, that's not acceptable. I would never work again in the industry probably if I fed my cast and crew Mr. Noodles every day. Mr. Noodles or Kraft Dinner. I'd probably get a bad name for myself if I did that. Probably.
And there's some good caterers out there because there's a lot of good
Oh, I
Kelowna
have I have a good caterer. I
grilled.
actually have a good caterer, and we're gonna work out like a sponsoring ship deal and everything like that. So we'll get
Super.
catering done for a decent. It'll definitely be a budget saver for sure. But it's
That's
still
it's
you want to
local.
make sure that yeah. Oh yeah, it's local. Oh, definitely local.
You
Very
won't have
very
any yummy
local.
fruit yet, but oh well. Maybe you might have to wait until later in the year because people don't know like Kelowna's in the Okanagan. It's nice and
Yeah.
there's fruit and
Yeah, we won't get those yummy peaches by then,
no.
that's for sure. But, I have to work around people's schedules, and I know that, once like July and August kick in, cons are happening, and a lot of these actors are at cons. So, um, pretty much have to do it in March, April, or May,
Yeah.
maybe June,
That's
on an outside chance of June, but March, April, May.
easy.
I'm thinking like late April will probably. That's what seems to be like the
A soft
the
hold.
most. There
Yeah. All right.
you go.
Because I know I
We'll see.
definitely have a few soft holds in all these different months. So it's a fun thing to organize, stressful to organize, but it will be
I hear
one of
you.
the fun ones
It's
to
oh,
come down to since you're not that far away
I
from
hate
me.
scheduling. I'll tell you that it becomes so. That's why I'm trying to get on you guys now to let me know your schedule so I can get the scheduling done
Yeah.
ASAP. And if
And
the
we appreciate
schedule is
that.
done, if I email everybody saying, "Hey, we're filming between this date and this date," don't
Perfect.
book anything between those dates. I hope
Yep.
that that's what's going to happen. I hope nobody's going to be messaging me or emailing me a month
Once
before
I
we
sign
start
that,
filming
no.
saying I'm not available this date now or whatever.
No, I didn't
That
never.
always seems to happen. It always seems to happen. Like this is why I tried to schedule like 6 months in advance. So that this doesn't happen. But it
Well, you're
still
still
doesn't
good.
work. It still doesn't work. I know what's going to happen. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully, my communication is working very well with all of you guys, and we'll get the shoot scheduled. Within like a month. If I can be scheduled within a month, I'll be pretty happy. I'll be a happy camper.
Happy camper.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jamie. It was fun chatting with you and talking a
It
little
was,
bit
always
about
was.
all your movies
Chitter
and
chat about everything. We
even
always do.
even going back to your school days and all that kind of stuff was fun.
Yeah, that's how it started. It really did start in elementary school. Every year
There
we
you
got
go.
to do something in the school play. And eventually I got to audition for stuff. And, yeah. And then Paul Batten, my school teacher in high school, he was in
Fun
It.
stuff.
He was in the
Oh,
movie It, the original It.
the original one, the TV series?
Yeah, he's the guy that answers the door. So when I went to school, yeah, he's just it's a smaller part. Yeah, but when I was young, that intrigued me enough to actually know someone in movies, and then we all got to go and be in Stay Tuned, and it just evolved. I was lucky I was in Vancouver when it started because I had different schools and stuff down there. Not that there was many in the 90s. The choice few.
I remember when I went to school in the 90s in Vancouver area in Port Moody. My acting teacher that I had there was in a number of TV shows that filmed there, X-Files, MacGyver. So he had he was in a couple episodes of the X-Files and he played like a Russian dictator or something like that in MacGyver. I can't remember exactly what a Russian general or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. So that was kind of cool. I don't know if he's still around, if he's still acting or not, but it was kind of cool to see him, to watch like the entire series of the X-Files and see him there. Like, it's my old acting teacher.
Right?
Pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, there you go.
Well, thanks for having
thank
me.
you guys all for coming, for chatting with us tonight, chatting with Jamie again. Thanks again, Jamie, and we'll keep you guys posted on the next show. Should be fun.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks,
Bye
Jamie.
now,
Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.